Tolstoy Soldiers, which is military. I have some military stories. And Tolstoy Soldiers was inspired by being in the Air Force, was an air traffic controller, and for some reason they called us and told us we had to put our uniforms on, and we had to go to Commander's Call. And Commander's Call was a base theater, and Saving Private Ryan was on. And it was like, it was traumatizing, the first 25 minutes, because I was, but to watch it in military uniform is an experience that I can't quite quantify or explain. And Tolstoy Soldiers is my attempt to do that. I think for this one, let's see if I can stand up for it. Well, we're not set for that. No. All right. Okay, Tolstoy Soldiers. Commander's Call, 1900 hours, base theater. Whose idea was it to march us in uniform to watch Saving Private Ryan? Now, I'll never know. First 25 minutes, mind blown. Shit changed that day. Sign of the cross, crack, bullet to the brain. Images that sting your mind with sacrifice, like a yellow jacket on an already swollen eyelid. I raised my right hand. I took the oath, meant every word. Didn't picture instant death. I would have chosen the Marines if I wanted it to end that way. Save Private Ryan? Not my job, not the Army. I'm Air Force, ATC, Air Traffic Control. Staring at a stealth bomber all day. Massive, black, invisible on radar. Area 51 designed to wingspan. War machine, nuclear. Ever smell fission? Not so much a smell, more of a feeling, an aura. It hovers over you, cuts through your clothes, mixes with jet fuel, cloaks your soul. Atomic smelling salt, keeps you up at night. Me at least. The nightmares had already started. I knew we were mobilized. Could see shadows on the flight line in my dreams. Orders to tinker were no surprise. Combat skills school, none too soon. In case we ever deploy as support, they want me ready. Who's they? Uncle fucking Sam. Big brother, our umbrella. Sending me to an air base in bumfuck Oklahoma to play war games might make sense if we weren't at Whiteman. There's no deployments necessary. The stealth bomber never lands. Didn't matter. Orders in hand. I started fucking this girl from base ops. Found out she'd blown a pretty boy on the job. I had my head screwed up. My nose was wide open. Said it happened before we got together. Everyone knew. The whole damn base. Kind of shit that makes a man go crazy. Guys figured I needed a getaway. Air Force agreed. At least I'd see my fiancée upon completion of combat training. She'd help me forget the blonde. Always the blondes that fucked my skull. Walked out of that theater on base, soaked in Spielbergian shop carrying paperwork heavier than a Flintstone tablet. Felt like being dunked in a Shamu-sized water tank of fear. My BDUs were wet with it. Dyed my insides. Questions biting my cranium. Could I give my life for the cause? The hell was the cause? Freedom. For who? My skin is just as black as the bomber I get to speak to every day. But they send anyone to save this area? Hell, in this country, I might as well be a stealth myself. I guess I did need that break. Breadman had family in the Lone Star State. Can't tell you why we called him that. Guess because that's what he called himself. He agreed to drop me off in Oklahoma City. The plan was my girl would pick me up after Hell Week, drive me to Dallas. We'd meet up with Breadman at the Texas Motor Speedway for Rockfest 99. No Doubt was headlining. Party our balls off. Then drive back to Missouri. I studied for the Airman of the Quarter Board on the way back. First, I had a date with red dirt. I hate red dirt. And Oklahoma. Miles Gear, or Multiple Integrated Laser Engagement System. Simulates live rounds. It's on our bodies, on the vehicles. It's on everything. I can't get that sound out of my head. Boo! It's a high-pitched ring that lets everyone know you're dead. Military laser tag. I've died more times than I can count. It's day 4. My ears are still ringing. I haven't slept. There's not enough stripes to sleep. But I'm asleep. Not literally. I'm asleep in the way Keanu was before he was unplugged from the Matrix. Asleep in the way the Harlem Hellfighters were when they fought for the right, for freedoms they would never know. There's more angst and fear is what I feel. There's discomfort, displaced. This is the longest simulation yet. How many times do we have to get shot before these fuckers stop sending us into the night? We've been in this trench 18 hours. Last guy to answer his walkie lasted 5 steps. Guy before that, 7. We've watched 10 of ours get sniped. Now it's our turn. Well, mine and Torres. Our helmets are heavy. The walkie rests between us, waiting for the order. Not sure if it'll be Torres first or me. Either way, sudden simulated death awaits. Torres and I got to talking. He was from Arizona. Good dude. Seemed dedicated to the cause. He had a lady friend back home. Kid to boot. Little family at 23. Military was his way of providing for them. Nevertheless, he was none too keen on dying. Neither was I. Could hear CQ talking amongst themselves over the walkie, getting ready to send us out. Looked at Torres. He looked back at me. Feeling was mutual. Think I said it first. I feel like turning off this walkie. Sounds like a plan, Torres responded. I twisted the knob counterclockwise, and I heard the click. It went dark, minority protocol. See, when you're expendable, you better recognize, or else you're dead. It wasn't that I didn't want to die for my country. It was more like I didn't want to die for dummies. So first light would come. Torres and I knew that even with our 2 stripes. Figured we'd wait it out. Hunker down. So we did. We whispered all night in the silence that ensued. Bonding. Kind of bond that feels like you met your long-lost best friend. Morning came. Insects spoke. Birds, too. Poked our heads out like the low-ranking gophers we were. Spied a starkly different landscape and story than the night told. Could see base camp right behind us. We crawled into command headquarters with our M16s in tow. Shots rang out immediately. Ambush, enemies from all sides. Things slowed down. Fear left after I killed the first one. Ooh! I heard his mouse gear. I like that sound. I killed another. Jumped through the netting and bagged the next 2. I clipped one more. I saved CQ. Well, Torres and I did. The exercise got called off early. High-ranking officers calling the shots didn't make it. Torres did. Die for my country. Depends. That's Tolstoy Soldiers.